Hi guys, in this video we are going to learn about JSON in JavaScript. So JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. So in this video we will be exploring a lot of stuff regarding JSON, like how to stringify the JSON, how to parse the JSON, how to access the JSON data, and what are the basic syntax rules of the JSON. So before proceeding with the practical example, I wanted to show you a screenshot. In that I have few points that I wanted to share with you. So here we have JSON is a format for storing and transporting data. JSON is often used when data is sent from a server to a web page. And here we have few points like JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. Then we have JSON is lightweight, data interchange format. JSON is language independent, JSON is self-describing and easy to understand. So overall it is showing like JSON data is always used when you are communicating with different servers in different language, or maybe in same language as well. So this is not a language dependent, this is only a format in which you are just exchanging the data. I mean, you are sending the data in the JSON format and you are receiving the data in the JSON format. So JSON is supported in all the languages. There is no language dependency at all. So the next screenshot here is like what are the syntax rules. So the syntax rules are that data is in name value pairs. Just like in the previous video, we already seen that in the object of the JavaScript we always keep the values in the form of key value pair. So in the same way JSON data is also in the same way, but only difference is that key and values both remain in the double quotes and separated with a colon, and data is separated with comma. So if you have multiple pairs, then you will be separating with the comma. So then curly braces holds objects and square brackets holds arrays. So for example, in that specific JSON object, you can have multiple objects, you can have arrays. So if you have objects, then those would be enclosed with the curly braces, and if you have the array, then that would be enclosed in a square bracket. So let's start with a practical example. So I wanted to show you here a REST API here. So you can search here dummy API. So once you will be searching this, you will get this link, dummy sample REST API. So if you are opening it, you will be getting few examples of the JSON data. So I wanted to click on first one, in which we are just fetching the data. So you can see that here we have the curly brace, and inside of it the whole object is enclosed. So here we have key value pairs, and you can see that we have enclosed in double quotes. So status, succeed, and then data. Inside of the data we have array of objects. So you can see that these are all objects, and this notation just representing that this is an array. So array of an object, like this is on the 0 index, this is on the first index, this is on the second index. So all the things are mentioned over here. So if we are interested to access these values, we can also do like that as well. So let's start with the accessing data. For example, we have this API, and I also wanted to fetch the data from this API, and then I wanted to show you that how you can access the JSON data into your code. So for example, I have this code here, and I have this. So actually we have a fetch function in the JavaScript. So that function I will be showing you in the next videos that how that work. But for now I'm just fetching the API data which is JSON in the JSON form. So inside the fetch function you need to mention the API name. So I'm gonna copy this API from there and going to paste the URL, and then after you need to write here dot operator. Then you have to use then, because this is returning the promise. So we have the response equals to response.json. Then we will be having another then, and inside of it we will be getting the data. And here we have the arrow function, so in which we are going to console.log, and then we have data. All right, so I'm gonna save it. So you can see this syntax here. We have the URL mentioned, then we have resolved the promise, and then we are getting the data. So if you will see on the output screen, you will get something like this. So you can see that we have status. Inside of it we have also a data key, and here we have a lot of records, like 24 records over here. So inside of each record we have ID, employee name, and employee salary and all. So whatever stuff you have seen over here, like employee name, employee salary and all, so that we have just fetched from that API and displayed over here. So if you are interested to fetch a specific key value, you can also do that. For example, I am interested to see only the status, so you need to write here data.status. Since this is an object, then that's why we are using dot. So you can see that this is success. So if we are interested to fetch the data of the array, so how we can do that? So data is inside the data, and then we have the first index, which is 0. So you can see over here, like we have the data key, and here we have data, and then on the 0th index I wanted to access the employee name. So if you will save this, and I'm gonna refresh this, and you can see over here Tiger Nixon, which is over here. So if you are still interested to access the whole array using the loop, so you can also use that one as well. So how we will be gonna accessing, we have the curly brace, and I'm also going to use here map function. So if you are not sure with the map function, you can watch the previous video which I uploaded already. So I will be mentioning the playlist link in the description, so you can explore that playlist. There are a lot of useful videos that you can watch. All right, so here what we gonna do is data.map function, and inside of it I will be writing here imply, and then we have an arrow function here. So inside of arrow function I'm gonna write here, for example, I have employee. So if you will see on the output screen, you will be getting something like this. So all the records I could able to fetch, but I am interested to access the name of employee. So here we have employee name. So now if you will refresh this, you will get all the employee names. So you can see over here all the employee names are over here. So if you are interested to access the ID, then .id, and again you are refreshing this, so you can see that at last we are getting the IDs of all the employees. All right, so I am gonna comment this one, and let's move to the next concept. So in most of the cases we have the JSON data in string. So for example, I have this syntax here, so let me copy this and I'm gonna paste it over here. So what does it mean actually? Actually we have a variable here, you can see that text variable, and inside of it we have a JSON object, but the problem here is that we have enclosed the JSON object inside a single quote. So that means this is considered as a string. So if you are interested to see the type of this specific text variable, then you can use type of text, and if you will see on the output screen here, you will get the type of data is string. So that means we have string, and we are interested to access the properties inside of it. So how we will be doing that? Firstly we need to convert this string into an object. So how we will be doing that? So we have variable obj equals to json.parse. So we have a function here, json parse. So I am going to write here the text, I mean the string name, and then I am going to access this obj. And now if you will be refreshing this, you will be getting the employees, and inside of it we have 0, 1 and 2. So all the employees names you can able to access inside of it. So if you are interested to access the names of all the employees, so you can also do that. How you can do that? We can use obj.employees.map function, and inside of it you can write here each employee, and then you can use the arrow function here, and I'm gonna console it over here. like employee dot first name. So you have seen that there is first name here. So I'm gonna remove this, and now let's see. I'm going to refresh this page, and you can see that John, Anna, Peter, and if you will see over here, the first name is John, Anna, and Peter. So we are successfully able to access the first name of each of the employee. All right. So if you are interested to see the type of this obj, you can also see that this would be object. So we just converted a string into an object. So here we have type of operator. So let's see. So here you can see that we have object. All right. So let me clear this out, and I'm gonna comment this so that we could identify the actual value. So here we got object. So that means we are just converting a JSON string into an object, JSON object. All right. So sometimes we try to convert an object into a string, then after we send to a specific server. If you are interested to send the JSON data in the form of string, you can also do that. So how you will be doing that? So I'm gonna declare a variable here, str equals to json.stringify. So you know that we had the string, and then we convert it into an object, and again I am gonna convert into a string. So now if you will see on the console, I'm gonna remove everything, and I'm gonna write here console.log and str. So if you will see over here, you will get this string. So this data is in the form of string. So if you are interested to see its type, you can write here type of str. So let's see. So you can see that here we got string. So that means we can able to parse the JSON string. We can able to convert the object into string. We have the JSON object and we wanted to convert it into string. So we will be using Stringify. And if we are interested to convert that string into a JSON object, then we will be using parse function. So these are few important functions that we explored in this video. So I think that you got the basic understanding that how we can use the JSON and what is the basic format of the JSON, and you have seen that we are keeping every key and value in the double quotes, and if we have the array, then we are enclosing it into the square bracket, and if we have the objects, then we are using the curly brace. All right, so all the things, if we are interested to access the array, then we are specifying the index, and if we are interested to access a specific property of the object, then we are using dot operator. So I think you got the basic understanding. So if still you are thinking that this is something which is difficult for you, or you are not understanding it, please repeat watching this video. Why? Because there are a lot of things that I have explained here, so maybe you are not getting in the single time. All right, so if you are still facing any issue, you can contact me on the WhatsApp. I will be sharing you the group link into the below description, so feel free to reach me, and you can also ask me the questions in the comment section. I will definitely try my best to give you the reply in whatever questions you will be asking. So thank you so much for watching this video. So in the next video we will be learning something more important. So thank you so much. See you in the next video.